Is Crunchyroll for real right now? Like, is this for real? All right. Let me tell y'all what's going on. Okay. First of all, apparently they got rid of their free version with ads. It was kind of buns, but like basically, if you clicked on a video, it would start an ad. In the middle of the show, it would play an ad, and then at the end, it would play an ad. And then they got rid of that, which I don't know. I don't think that's a great idea. So they got rid of that, and then they initially, I believe, they turned up the prices to the like higher plans, like I don't know what the middle and high plan is called, but they increased the price of that by I think like $2 like a year ago or something like that. I wasn't bothered by that because I wasn't paying for that, right? I was not paying for that. And then I find out that the basic plan, the one I have, went up by $2. I'm gonna be real. There's nothing about Crunchyroll that is worth $10 a month. Nothing about it, right? Their library is extremely small. Well, not extremely small, but they don't have a lot of like titles that, you know, I got the app for in the first place, right? Like they took Bleach off of there a while ago, and I understand that they probably just lost the like the rights to display it or whatever, right? But my point is, right, there's a lot of shows on there that, you know, that they just don't have, is what I mean, right? So their library is smaller than it's ever been. They got rid of the free version, and a lot of people dipped, so I imagine that they're losing a lot of money. I'm gonna be real. What the hell does upping the price at the lowest plan do? What does that do for them? There are a lot of shows that I can't watch unless I have a higher tier of like a premium plan or whatever. What? So first of all, there's no free version of this anymore. Any version of Crunchyroll that you have, you have to pay for monthly, right? And then if you want to watch certain shows, it costs more. Why would I do that? Like, that's next on the chopping block. I'm about to get rid of Crunchyroll too. Because I only use that realistically like once every couple of weeks, because, you know, as much as I enjoy, you know, watching Naruto and whatever all in one spot and that type of thing, I don't care that much, right? I don't care so much to the point where I'm gonna pay a monthly subscription just for buns, right? I'm about to just go back and start buying like the weekly, the Shonen Jump. Like, I would rather just buy the physical copy of like a book, right? Now getting the DVD set, that would probably also be better. It wouldn't be cheap, right? But at least it would be mine. Anyway, my point is, why? Why do that? Your greed sickens me. Your greed actually sickens me. What is the point in doing that? That is just like, that's gotta be like bottom 3, like, dumbest corporate decisions I've ever seen in my life. Are you for real? Are you for real? $10 a month for what? Brother, I will go somewhere else. I will go somewhere else. Any place. I've actually noticed this when I go into malls as well, right? I'll walk into a store at a mall, see a shirt that I like, see that it's like $25, and you know what I do? I turn around and leave. Anytime I go in a mall, right? And I know that I'm cheap, right? I understand that. But I'll go and I'll walk into a store, see something I like, look at the price, and then based on the one item I looked at, I turn around and walk away. Because this is insane. Sorry if you guys can hear my washing machine, by the way. I thought about this while I was doing my morning chores. Anyway, my point is, okay, if we all start doing that, and these companies have no customers, they will fall, bro. Okay? Just stop buying from these companies. Since I got rid of Spotify, I've kind of been more, I guess, hermit-like, right? Because it's well, maybe not hermit-like. I don't know what the word is. Anyway, my point is, right, it's a lot more effort for me to listen to music, right? And then, sometimes I'll turn on the radio station just to hear what's going on. A lot of times they're playing the same things that they've been playing for 20 years. And it's very, uninspiring. Anyway, my point is, to me, it's not a big deal to not pay for something like this. Okay? Because the model of these companies, from what I've noticed, right, they make a product that is so heat, that is so fire, and is so cheap, right? And it's very convenient. Okay? And then it gets to a point where everybody is using this thing, right? And then they start upping their price, and they keep upping the price, and they keep upping the price, right? There's a couple people that are like, yeah, that's not a big deal. Increasing a price by a couple of dollars isn't that big of a deal to me, right? I understand that. Okay, I understand that it's just $2 more than what you're already paying. But the problem I have, right, is that it's difficult to go back to the old way, because they basically created their business model assuming that everybody would become dependent on this product, right? And that's why everything is a subscription service, right? Like Spotify, that's kind of always been a subscription. Crunchyroll has vaguely always been a subscription, right? So TV shows and movies and music and that type of thing, all that's streamable. YouTube Premium, just to get rid of the ads. Some people pay for that. You won't catch me paying for that. But anyway, my point is, there are too many subscription services, and it's getting to the point where I will just do it myself. I'll do it myself. Cause I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm kind of yapping. But why? Why do that? I know I'm not the only one that thinks, oh, I'm not paying for that anymore. Bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying for that. If it's too expensive, I'm just not going to get it. And another thing is the gas prices. Why would I care about gas prices? What am I going to do? Not get gas? Low-key, I might. Honestly, I might. Just get on a bicycle. I don't care how far it is to get to work. I'll figure it out. Because I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that, right? And I know that this is something I've said very frequently. But we all have to get into this mindset of I ain't paying for that. Alright, again, turn around and walk out the store. Just leave. You can do it. Anyway, that's pretty much all I got. Goodbye, chuds.